guys, it's Mark from Gunpla Network. It's been a while since the unboxing of this video, and you have had the quick look before. It just took a while, guys. I've had a pretty busy work schedule, and yeah, it's good to be back though. And this is the RX-93 Hi-Nu Gundam Influx. So this is a P Bandai kit, proudly sponsored by the guys at Robo City, Lance and Mikey. Very much thanks for getting this kit out to me. Oh, what can I say? It was a long build. There are actually so many spare parts left. I don't know if I can show them all to you, but yeah, there are. You have the ability, I think, to make probably the Hi-Nu Gundam, the V-Ray potentially. Like, there are just so many parts to this kit, so many leftovers. And if you're a modifier, then this is like a dream kit for you. You will notice this guy looks extremely back heavy. Now, I've kind of cheated. I'll just stop that there. You might or might not be able to see it. I've actually stuck some blue tack to his feet there because it was the only way I was going to get him to stand. If you get this kit, you will need a stand to display it. It is just that back heavy. So let's start off. Box art. This was a P Bandai kit, so you get the monochrome look box art as we saw in the unboxing video. I still think it looked pretty good, the image on the front of it, a kind of nice action pose. Box art's probably like a 6 out of 10. Overall look at this kit. Now, sorry, I've just noticed a bit of dust. There we go. I love the look. The colours. I was a little bit skeptical at first. Greys, dark greys. There's no real black, but it's almost a grey verging on black. There weren't too many stickers with this kit. Now, I was pretty surprised by that. The colour separation is actually really good until you get to the accessories, where these are actually pictured with some black. And all you get is all white rifles with a little sticker in the end of them. So colour separation on this kit was actually really good in terms of the overall look. These on the back here, I'll just motion this across. These are actually stickers. The front of the skirt, those two pieces are stickers. The eye and camera, stickers. Now, they weren't too bad to actually put on if you took your time with a cotton bud and a pair of tweezers, like fine point. Yeah, they actually went on all right. Little frustrating. I'll probably leave them on there for now because they're on there, but if they start peeling, I'm just going to paint these. That wouldn't have been too hard to paint. But I wanted to give you guys the sticker look. I don't usually do that. So the color separation I was very surprised at was very good. Most of the nubs were hidden as we go around, so they weren't too bad either. Weapons, you kind of just get, like for the binder, the rifles, the part of the, well, these isn't just like a wing back, these are actually swords accessories. You can attach a beam saber to them as well, and get a rifle sword. Let's keep going around. So yeah, and you can see starting to slant back now. I don't know how the joints would hold up over time on this kit. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But he is very back heavy. Overall look though, it's very busy for me. I typically like more straightforward, like an IBO, a stripped down, or just a grunt GM. That's my type of kit. But this thing actually won me over. I love the look of this kit. So for an overall look, I'm going to give this a 8 out of 10. This is like the most weapons I've ever had on a kit before. Articulation and posing. So I'm just going to lift him off my blue tacked area there. We'll start down at the feet. So he's got some good ankle articulation. It can turn. It's on a little ball joint up in there, back and forth. The foot itself, even though it is split, that's just a heel piece attached to the main foot. It's not actually a separate piece. So it might have been nice if that was it. Leg flex. Overall look, I should mention too, the frame is actually this nice kind of metallic looking browny grey. That's actually really nice for a frame. Usually I paint all my frames, but I probably wouldn't paint this one. Leg articulation, it will go all the way back, but you're obviously limited by the swords there. You will hit them on the wings on the back. So he's got some good knee flex. Again, you'll hit something going back on the top part of the thigh there. but he can go all the way forward and all the way out. Now onto the skirts. So these are actually a joined piece behind here, but it is the double ball. So all I did was snip the middle, tidy it up with a little bit of sandpaper so they weren't touching in the middle there, and now I have skirt separation. These were the stickers, and they're not too bad to put on there. These parts just go a little up and down, nothing amazing. And on the back skirt, that's just the solid part there. Swords are on a ball joint there into the backpack, so you can turn them. They're a peg, that's a ball joint into there. They'll go up and down a bit. And yeah, arm articulation. Now, because it's such a busy kit, oops, there we go. That does fall off. That's like the forearm, like a claw guard, I guess you would say. Oh, that's right, that goes that way. So they will come down a little. Now, apparently you just need to take these off and turn them the other way for more of a, like a knife guard. But I like those facing up way like that. The only thing I don't like is you don't get them for this side because obviously you've got the shield, so it's kind of a non-symmetrical look. They're not my favorites, but you know, it happens. Shoulder armor has spikes on top there, a piece going up. So you will hit the binder wings on the backpack if you try and go all the way around, but you can do it sometimes. There we go. Won't be able to go all the way around because I'm going to hit that. That's the standard HG joint in there. Elbows, he will go a full, like a 90-degree bend in here. Hands are just on a ball joint. Waist articulation. Now, I'm always scared when I'm touching this one. You won't get very much because you've obviously got the, sorry, my hand's in the way, the side skirts, and they do go up a bit. They kind of pincer in, so you don't actually get very much there. You can go a little front back, not really side side, and he can turn a little. Obviously, with just the shape of this kit, it is very, very busy, very back heavy. Some of the articulation around the middle is not going to be great. You do have some articulation if we come to the back on this piece here. Now, you've got to be careful when building these because I actually had to replace a peg in here and repair that myself because I snapped it. But these will go a little up and down, and they can also turn on the peg and come down, creating a double beam cannon effect over the shoulders. This thing is just like built for firepower. We'll just move those out of the way now. There we go, straight up. The head. I love this guy's head. It is just spectacular. The look, it's so evil. You actually get about 4 different, or maybe they're double ups, but at least 2 to 3 different types of V-fin for this guy, as well as a couple of face masks. But this is the one I went with. I like this look. Be very, very, very careful, guys. I actually broke this not once, but twice, and I've had to glue it back in place. So just be careful because it will snap easily on the head. That's just a simple sticker, red and black in there on the mask. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you might be able to see it a bit better there. I think it just looks wicked, so evil. Probably to do with the color scheme. You can go like a decent forward, some up, but no turn in this guy's head. So you'll only actually be looking up or down. You will have to turn the torso a little if you want him to look like he's looking another way. The binders. So that is on a something similar to the Wing Gundam. You build a polycap into there, they pincer onto it, and they can swing in or out as much as you can without hitting stuff. They then have obviously a peg in here, so you can push them forward, up, down. You then also have that can go up as well because that's a peg into the binder itself. You then have this kind of like a blade system going on out here on the end. It's a very, very, very busy, kit, this one. So I'm just going to reattach him down here while we look at this. So overall articulation out of 10, I mean, just because it's so busy and heavy, we're probably looking at like maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10 there, guys. Posing is going to be difficult if you don't have a stand for it. So pick yourself up an action base. Accessories. So this thing comes with so many goddamn weapons, it is not funny. You can actually, of the beam saber hilts, you can actually make this a double. You get a short and a long blue beam saber effect part. So you can make a double. Oh, he's going over. No, he's caught himself. You can make a double, like I guess Darth Maul in Star Wars or something. Just be careful. I've obviously bent the tip of mine a little when I was trying to sand that back to get rid of the nub mark, but you can straighten it out. So beam saber, I don't know if I'd pose him with that though, because he's just got so many other weapons. There's a pretty simple looking rifle there, and then also the double machine guns. This is the shield booster, I believe it's called. It's just attached at the moment to the back of the forearm. Let me just get him back up there. Okay, he's going to be more back heavy now. The shield's not helping to weigh him down. So this thing, it actually looks like you get the parts in the box, guys. The High New Gundam, or was it the V-Rabe, I think, actually had the, there he goes again, the parts to convert this into, it looks like a little chicken or something. I haven't built that one, so I probably won't either. But you got some thruster nozzles on the end of the shield itself, and a blaster on the front of it. This is a pretty wicked looking shield. I do like it. It's very chunky, very big. So you come with the piece there. You can do it a couple of ways. You know, it was designed to go on the back of the arm, front of the arm. He can hold it as well, but I'd probably just leave it, you know, on the side there like that. It does look best like that, guys. I think that was about it for those accessories, but as you'll see in the quick look, you can actually have these swung around to look like blasters. So the binders are actually a blaster that will go out there through there. You then also have the double. It's weird the way you build it. So you can actually customize these little guys. They've actually got, you can get some shorter cannon pieces for this. I've had to glue one on because it was so loose. They were a little loose in the build, but you can actually have shorter cannons if you prefer. I prefer the longer ones. So you got the binders, the cannons, the beam shield, twin machine guns, another rifle. So many damn accessories for this thing. So out of accessories, I'm going to give it 10 out of 10 because there are just that many parts, that many options. It's the most optioned kit, but I guess that's what Gundam Build Fighters is about, you know, options. You get a standard kit, they modify it for you, they, you know, give you different colors and a ton of accessories. Fun factor, initially, building this kit was very fun in building the standard base kit. I got a little annoyed when I got to the accessories because, you know, I had to build 2 binders, 2 sets of everything. It was just a little annoying, but fun factor overall, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Now, the final score for the High New Gundam Influx P Bandai. I will give this kit out of 10, a 7. Definitely grab it. If it's within your budget, as we know, P Bandai outside of Japan, or like, you know, Singapore, somewhere else, can be a little pricier. The guys at Robo City, I've looked around, their prices actually don't look too bad. And yeah, I would definitely pick it up from them. If you can, if you're in Australia, they do ship worldwide. Yeah, it's definitely worth a grab, particularly if you're a Build Fighters fan, if you're a New Gundam, High New Gundam, V-Rabe fan. And if you just like having a shit ton of spare parts, then this kit's for you. You will love it. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening to this review. It was a bit of a longer one today, only because this kit is just insane in terms of the, you know. Look, sorry, I've just found my sticker sheet. Okay. So all I have left is about 1 big one, 2, 3, 4 little ones. So that's actually the most stickers I've ever used on a kit and didn't find them too bad. So you only get 1 eye sticker, but you do get multiple faces. You can always paint that, that's not too bad. And I actually will say, so like I said, there were plenty of V-fins because you get two eye runners. You know, there's two of the same V-fin there. There's another one I used over here. I've got a shield part. I've got a bazooka that I didn't build, just because it was just insane. There's your short beam saber attachment part. I've got a couple of spare hands, like the trigger hands here. This is the frame color. I've got, I'm going to guess that's the, I've got propellant tanks because you get two of the Sea Runner. I've got some armor parts up here. I've got some, what do you call those? Yes, that's right. You can actually, it tells you in the book, you can build multiple versions of this kit. This is the Influx, but there are different versions of that too. So you've got propellant tanks, you've got funnels. You've then got some polycaps. You've got leftover as always. You have some more. I believe that is needed if you decide to go onto the funnel part of it. Once again, more on the G2 runner because I didn't actually do the funnels. So there you go. More armor parts there and there. Once again, more funnel parts. And those are the knives. I haven't cut those out. I didn't use those, but they are little curved tactical knives for him. So that's about it for the parts, guys. Like I said, if you're a modifier, you're going to love this kit. So it's worth picking up alone just for the core kit and then all the pieces you're going to have left over. All right, I'm actually going to go now. Thank you very much for listening. Remember to check out RoboCity's website. We'll put the link to this kit and their website in the description below. And as always, have fun building. Catch you guys. Bye.